If you like our video, click the button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides, visit us at www.teachucomp.com. To open the Vendors page in QuickBooks Online, click the Vendors link under the Expenses and Bills app in the My Apps bar. After you add vendors in QuickBooks Online, they appear in the vendors list within the vendors page. A Prepare 1099s/Pay Bills/Order Checks drop-down button and a New Vendor/Import Vendors/Multiple Vendors drop-down button will also appear in the upper right corner of the page. To manually add a new vendor to the vendors list, if you haven't added vendors yet, click the Add Vendor button that appears in the middle of the vendors page to open a vendor pane at the right side of the window. Alternatively, to manually add a vendor, if you have already added vendors, instead click the New Vendor button in the upper right corner of the page to open the same vendor pane. The vendor pane is divided into the Name and Contact, Address, Notes and Attachments, Bill Pay ACH Info, and Additional Info sections. A toolbar appears in the upper right corner of the pane with buttons you can click to jump to the corresponding section. Type the vendor's company name into the Company Name field in the Name and Contact section. If needed, then type the vendor's name into the title, first name, middle name, last name, and suffix fields. Use the Vendor Display Name drop-down to choose how to show the vendor's name in your lists and forms. Then type the vendor's email address into the email field. If you use bill pay in QuickBooks, this is the email the vendor uses to get payments from you. You can enter the vendor's phone, mobile, and fax numbers into the phone number, mobile number, and fax fields. You can enter any other customer contact number into the Other field. Then enter the vendor's website into the Website field. If needed, to choose how to print the vendor's name on checks, enter the desired name into the Name to Print on Checks field. The Address section lets you enter the vendor's address into the fields provided. To show the mapped address in a web browser after entering it if needed, click the Preview Address link below it. To add notes about a vendor, enter the notes into the Large Notes field in the Notes and Attachments section. To add an attachment, click the Add Attachment link in the Attachments field. Use the open dialog box that launches to find the attachment, click it to select it, and then click the Open button in the dialog box to upload it and attach it to the vendor record. To add ACH info to pay bills from this vendor, enter the bank account and routing numbers into the Bank Account Number and Routing Number fields in the Bill Pay ACH Info section. To record the vendor's business ID number or Social Security number if needed, type it into the Business ID Number/Social Security Number field in the Additional Info section. To track payments to this vendor for 1099s, check the Track Payments for 1099 checkbox. To enter a cost per hour for this vendor, type it into the Cost Rate per Hour field. To enter an hourly billing rate for this vendor, type it into the Billing Rate per Hour field. To select the payment terms from this vendor, select a choice from the Terms drop-down. If you have an account number with the vendor, you can enter that into the Account Number field. This value appears in the Memo field of all vendor payments. To set a default expense account for purchases from this vendor, select it from the Default Expense Category drop-down. If creating a new record for a vendor to whom you owed money for bills already received as of the start date of your company file, enter the amount you owed and the start date of the company file into the opening balance and as of fields. For vendor records that you create after starting your QuickBooks company file, you will leave these two fields blank, as the amount you owe to those vendors will be recorded by the bills you then enter to track your payables. To save the vendor record when finished, click the Save button in the lower right corner of the pane to save the vendor record into the vendors list. Remember to click the subscribe button to see more of our videos. See our full suite of courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides at www.teachucomp.com.